my name is Miriam, and I am a co-manager for Mgmt. Other co-managers included Candice, Laura, Idania, and Ahmad. We started off with a global differentiation strategy. That was what we worked towards, which was a high-quality product with a high price, sort of mimicking Apple computers, where you have a high price, you automatically assume we have a high quality, but we would actually have that high quality. We sort of drifted off towards years 5 and 8 into more of an opportunistic approach where we altered our competitive efforts and we didn't really have a consistent strategy. For years 5 to 8, we gradually increased, but at about year 8, one of our competitors, Awesome Inc., they seem to have changed their strategy drastically, which reflected actually on our numbers for year 9. So not only did we plateau, but we sort of declined. From year 9, what we focused on was enacting a new strategy. So the strategy that we wanted, that we implemented in year 9, and that we wanted to implement for our future is the global best cost strategy. That's what we wanted to use for years 12 and 13 if this competition kept going. We also wanted to focus that and sort of hopefully become price leaders for all regions. A few moves that we did to ensure that would be, for example, increasing return on equity. For year 11, we issued more dividends, so that increased our return of equity on equity. The credit rating for year 10, we paid off all credit, all loans, so it sort of leveraged our company a bit more for the future. Year-end stock averaged at about $32.13, so we sort of predicted that for 12 to 13, keeping these changes in mind, we'd be increasing at about that rate. As far as our image rating, going up at about 3.5 to 4 units, we'd also be increasing at about that rate, and we'd be exceeding expectations of investors. For the future pricing and marketing of Mgmt, we decided for both entry and multi-level cameras, we would like to increase market share. Always increase market share. Throughout the whole competition, we had this debate of whether to increase market share and sacrifice operating profit, or increase operating profit and decrease market share. As a company, we decided that we wanted to increase our market share. So for the future of Mgmt, we did want to increase our market share. Year 10, we lowered our prices to sort of follow up with the primary pricing strategy, which was the premium pricing strategy. So it kind of goes back towards our roots, and we are still implementing that global best cost. For the production, we wanted to continue our rewards because at about year 11, we began to reward our employees to encourage them better attendance and productivity for the production. Competitors of Awesome Inc. were Awesome Inc. and Yes Stock. With our increasing return on equity, earnings per share, and the stock price, we don't predict them to be much of a danger if we keep increasing as we go. Our warranty, we actually decreased that briefly, and it increased our market demand. So it also ensures us that our global best cost strategy would be that we're using our global best cost strategy to the maximum that we're looking towards. For the lessons learned, our strategy. We wanted to get our strategies set. Our communication was key. So we just kept communicating, and we actually kind of learned that to better communicate towards the end, but practice makes perfect. So if we were to keep the simulation going, we'd keep communicating, and our strategy would be implemented. And also, we were also very okay and flexible with changing and altering our competitive efforts. And the second would be the competitive environment, to not underestimate them, not have another year 9 happen to us again. Also, with the topic of overestimating, although we are estimating them, our return on equity to increase along with our earnings per share and stock price, we're not going to underestimate them and just think that our increased prices would defer them, but it's our strategy so far. So in sum, that's what we've learned, and that's our future, which would be the global best cost. What?